School spirit. Alpha step, Omega step, Kappa step, Sigma step, gangsters walk, pimps don't talk.
Okay, so first pharaohs had pyramids, and then they're like, wow, this is awesome. We can't keep doing this because it uses a lot of rocks, and they downsized to tombs, and then they went back to pyramids, and then they cut things out of rock, and then there was a lot of gold, and then Egypt lost power, and then they gained back their power, and then Akhenaten came, and he had big thighs and funny facial features, and he was a boy girl. He didn't.
Okay, well, performance and performativity, which are
eating the sandwich could be performative.
Then ethics and aesthetics.
Because I'm not hungry afterwards, so something real inconsequential happens after I eat the sandwich.
Yes, that's performativity. Then there's interpolation, which is like
falling into relation.
Yes, he's a hungry person.
Eat this sandwich. No, this is my sandwich.
Oh, this is okay.
Yeah, that's basically it.
You start off and you learn about vectors, and then you take vectors and you make arcs with parabolas where like things are like flying through the air. And then they tell you that the next thing you need to do is learn about frictional forces, where it gets even more complicated. And then they start talking about torque or something where it makes things spin, so it gets a little bit more complicated. And then they add force to that, and then they add friction to that. And then you start talking about fluids, and then it just builds.
Okay, Nutriside 10, I learned not to eat things like french fries, things high in oils. I learned cocaine can be good for you, kind of, I guess. I learned that you should eat more vegetables. I learned not to eat as much sugar. I learned coffee is definitely a drug. I learned don't drink as much coffee. I learned that the hard way. I learned a lot more than that. Okay, so there's performativity and intertextuality. Those are all things that relate to theater and performance studies. Like performativity is like the impact of a performance piece, and intertextuality is like when you reference a text in another text, and then there's other stuff. Oh god. Interpolation. Oh, interpolation, audience interpolation. I don't remember anything!
Alright, so the crazy thing that I learned in Chem 4B is that if you have an enzyme is like a system that makes a reaction happen quicker, right? And DNA just forms the helixes that can't form into like an enzyme, right? But RNA is less stable, and so it can make like all sorts of different shapes in 3 dimensions, and some of those shapes can behave just like enzymes. So that's probably like the origin of life.
Nice!
I like it because we're only responsible for material from the last midterm. So it's not accumulative.
Are you in it right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, wait, it's not the final, is it?
Yeah. Yeah.